Hello, fellow crafters, and Happy New Year. My name is Katerina, and I am the founder of Fancy Yarns Australia. This is our third episode in our series on how to choose the right yarn for your next project. In this episode, we're diving into the world of colour and dye lots, two aspects of yarn that can transform your project from ordinary to extraordinary. Let's explore the vibrant universe of hues and the importance of dye lots in your yarn selection. Choosing the right colour is a creative journey. It's more than just picking a shade. It's about capturing the essence of your project. Consider colour theory to harmonise your palette. Colour theory is a conceptual framework used by artists and designers to understand and create harmonious colour combinations. It involves principles and guidelines that help in selecting and combining colours effectively. Colour theory starts with the colour wheel. The colour wheel is a circular chart that displays the relationships between colours. It typically includes primary colours, red, blue, yellow, secondary colours, green, orange, purple, and tertiary colours, a mix of primary and secondary colours. Primary colours are the foundation colours that cannot be created by mixing other colours. All other colours are derived from these. In traditional colour theory, primary colours are red, blue, and yellow. Secondary colours result from mixing two primary colours. The secondary colours are green, blue and yellow, orange, red and yellow, and purple, red and blue. Tertiary colours are created by mixing a primary colour with a secondary colour. Examples include red-orange, blue-green, and yellow-purple. Complementary colours are opposite each other on the colour wheel. For example, red and green, blue and orange. When used together, they create strong contrast and vibrancy. Analogous colours are next to each other on the colour wheel. They usually match well and create serene and comfortable designs. Triadic colour schemes involve three colours equally spaced around the colour wheel. This creates a balanced and harmonious look. In a split complementary colour scheme, a base colour is combined with the two colours adjacent to its complementary colour. It offers high contrast like the complementary scheme, but less tension. Tetradic colour schemes use four colours together in the form of two complementary colour pairs. This provides rich colour variation and is often used for larger colour palettes. Monochromatic colour schemes use variations in lightness and saturation of a single colour. It's a harmonious and visually soothing approach. Colours are often categorised as warm, reds, yellows, oranges, or cool, blues, greens, purples. Warm colours are associated with energy and vibrancy, while cool colours convey calmness and serenity. Neutral colours such as white, black, grey and brown can be used to balance and complement other colours. They are often used as background or accent colours. Understanding these colour theory principles allows artists and designers to make informed choices when selecting colours for their projects. It's a versatile tool applicable to various creative fields, including painting, graphic design, and of course, yarn and fibre arts. The purpose of your project influences colour choice. Soft pastels for baby blankets, earthy tones for home decor, or bold contrasts for statement pieces are some common choices when working on these specific projects. But that's not to say these are hard and fast rules. Your personal style matters. Choose colours that resonate with you and evoke the emotions you want your project to convey. If engaging in needlecraft for a loved one, choose a colour that reflects their personality. Now let's talk about an often overlooked aspect, dye lots. Dye lots are batches of yarn dyed together. Yarns from the same dye lot usually share identical colours. It's crucial to use yarn from the same dye lot in a project if you want your project to have a consistent colour throughout. If you run out of yarn and need more, finding the same dye lot ensures your new scheme perfectly blends with what you have already used. Yarn labels include dye lot information. Always check the label before making your purchase. Please keep in mind that variations can exist between different dye lots. If you can't get the same dye lot, blend the colours strategically. This could involve a number of techniques. One particular technique we love is if you know you won't have enough yarn from the same dye lot at the outset of your project, you can work from one ball of yarn from each dye lot in 2 row stripes. This will give your project a unique tonal finish. If working on a bigger project like a jumper or a top, you could choose to use one dye lot for the body and one for the sleeves, or one dye lot for the body and sleeves and one dye lot for the band's yoke and cuff. You can even look at introducing a striping pattern partway through your project. For example, in a top or a jumper, you could look at introducing the second dye lot around the bust area and alternating the first and second dye lot in stripes to create a feature which can be a very flattering style. Please note that a lot of hand-dyed and hand-painted yarn can come from the same dye lot but still have a huge variance due to the nature of hand-dyed yarn. In these cases, we always advise working from 2 different alternating balls of hand-dyed yarn, even from the same dye lot. The best thing you can do when buying yarn for a project is to get enough for the entire project to avoid dye lot issues later. Or if you know you won't have enough yarn for a particular project, use that yarn for something different. There are thousands of amazing projects online. I can almost guarantee you will find the perfect project for your yarn. Our final color tip is to be mindful of color fastness, especially for items that require frequent washing. Please make sure you follow the care instructions on the label, as this can protect the longevity of the color of your yarn. In our next episode, we'll explore the fascinating textures of yarn and how they can elevate your projects. Whether smooth, boucle, or tweed, the texture adds a tactile dimension to your creations. Stay tuned for a sensory experience in the world of fiber arts. If you found this episode helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the Fancy Yarns Australia YouTube channel for more colourful tips in your crafting journey. Don't forget to follow us on social media and subscribe to our mailing list on our website, www.fancyyarns.com.au. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you in the next episode.